Hello there, Cougars, and welcome to another edition of your Keancast. I'm student meteorologist Scotty Holmes. Let's get right to your weather headlines for this week. It's going to be a super week ahead. We have groundhog superstars. We'll talk about that a little more. Super Bowl Sunday. Check out the forecast out in Glendale, Arizona for the Giants taking on the Patriots. And we'll also check out your forecast for your Super Tuesday. Now, if only the weather would be super as well. We'll check that all out and more in just a little bit. But for now, let's check out your almanac. Average highs this time of year right near 40 degrees. Your average low into the mid-20s. For records, you have to go back to 1991, record of 69 degrees. Look at that low back in 1961, a chilly 2 below zero. For record rain, close to 2.4 inches back on Groundhog Day, 1973. Record snow, 18 inches on February 6th, 1978. So let's go check out your average highs for this week. For us, will be mainly in 30s and 40s. Farther south you go, the warmer it will be. 50s and 60s down toward the south and toward the Pac Northwest, 40s and 50s. And for overnight average lows, teens out in the Rockies, 20s Pac Northwest. Going closer to home, we have very chilly single digits for lows in the northern plains. Same thing as the teens now out toward Green Bay. 20s and 30s will stay for us. Closer to the shore you are, the warmer it will stay overnight. Now let's check out famous groundhogs, as Groundhog Day is Saturday, February 2nd. We are pretty fortunate here in the East to have some nice famous groundhogs, such as Puxatawny Phil in Puxatawny, Pennsylvania. And you can't also forget Staten Island Chuck out in Staten Island, New York, another famous groundhog. And there is another famous groundhog down to the south in Birmingham, Alabama, Smith Lake Jake. And these are just three of many groundhogs, such as there's Buckeye Chuck out in Ohio. It's very famous out there. And we also have some other groundhogs up toward Canada. But me being a meteorologist, I really don't go by groundhogs seeing the shadow or not, because technically there's still 6 more weeks of winter either way you see it. And hopefully we do see some snow, because we haven't had much in the way of snow yet this year. So let's check out your futurecast for Friday. High pressure on top of us. Not going to stay there long, because out to the west we will have a low pressure system coming up from the Mississippi River Valley. Goes farther west, so unfortunately it's going to stay all rain. And that pushes out of here by Saturday. High pressure on top of us once again. And it's going to stay on top of us for much of the weekend. Should stay dry. Temperatures will be pretty nice and mild. Temperatures close to 50 degrees, especially on Sunday. For Monday, high pressure starts to filter off its way offshore. And this low pressure system out toward the Mississippi River Valley, it's going to stay farther west, probably toward the Great Lakes. And then it's going to start getting closer to our area, bringing us a chance of shower activity for Wednesday into Thursday. Possibly some nice moderate amounts of rain, 1 to 2 inches. And by Thursday, high pressure back on top of us, stay nice and dry, going toward next weekend. And for this weekend, don't forget about Super Bowl Sunday. It's taking place. Patriots and Giants out in Glendale, Arizona. Let's check out the temperature out there at kickoff time in the afternoon, I believe 6 p.m. Temperature will be 62 degrees under some cloudy skies. Chance of rain, about 30% chance of rain, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter because they're playing inside in a dome. And hopefully Big Blue will bring home the Vince Lombardi Trophy, as they've actually had a great stellar year. Who would have thought they've gotten this far? So let's go, Giants. And I want to remind you, Super Tuesday forecast, you're going to get out there and vote. Mixed sun and clouds in the morning, possibly a chance of rain. Polls are open from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. in New Jersey. New York, the same as well. Temperatures will be into the low 40s, so you might want to grab a jacket if you're going to go out there and support your candidate. And don't forget the weather classroom for this week. We do it every week. And this week, we're talking about backdoor cold fronts. What exactly is a backdoor cold front? Well, I will tell you right now. It is basically a cold front that's moving south or southwest along the Atlantic seaboard in the Great Lakes. Most of the time, cold fronts go from northwest to southeast, but sometimes these cold fronts come back on shore and make you feel very dreary and cold, because the wind off the ocean makes it colder than it really is. So there you go. Don't forget to visit our website, hurry.kean.edu. Updated map discussions and technical forecasts. Don't forget to also check us out on 90.3 WKNJ every day for your daily weather update. And now this brings us to our 7-day forecast. For Friday, it's going to have to deal with some rain. Temperatures into the low 40s. By Saturday and Sunday, look at that, picture perfect. Temperatures going to be near 50. For Monday, it's still going to be pretty nice and mild, but next chance of rain will be Tuesday, along with a cold front. Look at this, temperatures will be into the mid-40s, but they're going to rise overnight. Temperatures will be pretty much into the mid-50s by Wednesday until temperatures drop off again for Thursday. That will be our next chance for some sunshine, some cloud activity, and it seems right now dry until the latter part of the weekend. So there's your forecast for this week. I'm student meteorologist Scotty Holmes. Enjoy your week.